suppose you're taking us all out for supper after this?
Yeah, without a doubt, every day.
Dawn, congratulations. Just what does it mean to get this kind of contract where you continue to set levels and break ceilings for the women's game?
I think what it represents is, we play to a certain standard, and I do think when you're able to get a raise like this, it's to your standard. I don't think anybody expects us to play lower than our standard, and we haven't. And then, you should be rewarded. Is a hard word for me. Because it's earned. When you've done what you're supposed to do, and well above what you're supposed to do, you should be paid accordingly. And the university and the board signed off and approved of the raise.
Don, what does this mean not only to you personally, but to your legacy in basketball as a player and a coach, and as an inspiration for others to follow in your footsteps?
Well, I'm just gonna say, for me, I've never been driven by money at all. Never, ever. I think money is the byproduct of your success and your ability to work hard and be successful in your space. I do think it represents what can be in other professions, that women for whatever reason are not paid for doing the same type of work, the same type of job. And I think this is an example of what it can look like, feel like, sound like, and I hope everybody's happy about it for what it represents, because it's only the right thing to do. And if you're not willing to do the right thing, then your standards are off. Like you're off when you can't see the same type of work, the same type of success that deserves, the pay raises.
Coach Staley, busy week also with the FEA Hall of Fame announcement. Congrats on that. How much of an honor is that, especially with the
I've been like my entire career has been like really an uncommon type of favor. Everything that I've gotten, certainly I pay tribute to the man above for just pouring out the blessings. And sometimes they come in, and they do come in more ways than one. But this just so happened to be around the same time of the pay raise. But when I look at Hall of Fames, I look at the type of teammates that I have. I have several teammates in that space that are already in the Hall of Fame. Sometimes when you have teammates that are as great as my teammates have been, they shine the light. They actually pour the light outward and inward. And in our play together, I don't become a Hall of Famer without having the teammates that I've had. Because I didn't score a whole lot of points. I didn't. I probably had more assists than I did points. But to be in the FEA Hall of Fame, that means that's worldwide. That's not just contained here in the U.S. It's worldwide, and it's a true blessing.
Speaking of legacy, Sunday is We Back Pat Day, but she's been kind of honored all week by the women's basketball community. I guess kind of just thoughts on your ability to continue to honor what she did in her career.
It's only right. Pat Summitt has been the standard in our game. She's done things that you can only imagine, in such a, to me, it's a short period of time. I think her legacy got cut short, but we need to honor all the four mothers of our sport because of the standard. It was a standard. When you see Tennessee, it was a standard of doing business, and it was all attributed to Coach Summitt and her ability to bring out the best in all of her players, all of her players. I had the great fortune of playing with and against her players, and there's something about them. Like, you know that if you have to go in the foxhole, her players are the type of players you want to be in the foxhole with.
Coach, you guys are working your way through the gauntlet. How do you, as you guys heard you guys describe this stretch, how do you feel like you're playing, and what are you learning about your team so far?
I mean, it's just game by game. I mean, if you look at, you know, the whole totality of these 5 games or the rest of the season, you know, it leaves you with a big headache. So it's just game by game. You know, next game up is Oklahoma, and we certainly have to be better. Like, I'm glad that we're playing at home. I'm glad that, you know, hopefully the 18,000 people that are going to be in this building will inject some energy, some want for us not to play bad basketball. We aren't playing our best basketball. We're not playing our worst basketball, but we're doing enough over a long period of time, meaning a 40-minute period, to play to our standard. So I just hope to just play to our standard so we can make the people that spend their hard-earned money to come see us play proud at the end of the day.
Oklahoma, obviously very formidable. Reagan Peters in the middle. They had another player drop 38 last night. Just what kind of challenge do you present specifically in the low post?
Huge. Like, I mean, this is probably our biggest challenge. And I say that because of their style of play. I say that they're relentless. I say that they go in the end very quickly and get quick shots up. And that's hard. They all can score the basketball, and they got a point guard that facilitates and runs their team and has got high IQ. When you have, you know, the head of the snakes with teams like that, they're just hard to beat with all the talent that they have.
Anything else, Coach?
Coach, how did your players react to the news of your new contract?
They asked to borrow a dollar. No, I think sometimes, like, I don't, you know, I only give them information if they ask for it, you know, or they have a reaction to it. And then I just tell them that what I just told you, you know, there's going to be a time in their lives where they're going to feel like they're doing the job and they're getting paid less. And how to handle those instances. It is a fight, no matter what. It's a fight. It's a fight. It's a fight to explain to people what your worth is, like what your worth is. You have to do some comparisons with, you know, coaches here, and you got to do some comparisons with coaches in other spaces, and it's the way it is. It's negotiations. Our negotiations as women are probably a little bit different because we're valued, you know, a little bit different. But I think when it's all said and done, it is the same things that you apply to this game. It's the same persistence, perseverance. It's the same, you know. It's really a game. Negotiations are a game. You get one up, I get one up. You just keep going back and forth. It took a while for it to happen, a long time for it to happen, and fortunately we got to this great place that will only make it makes me look good, but it makes our university, it makes our athletic department look great in the whole grand scheme of things. It's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be something that, you know, budgetarily hard, absolutely, because you don't earmark money to pay a women's basketball coach the amount of money that I'm going to get paid and what I've been paid. But again, you know, Ray Tanner did a great job. Ran a hard bargain. Coach Tanner was very much a part of this negotiation. I think JD came in the end and had, you know, a say on the end. But the board, at the end of the day, did something again that's extraordinary, because it really just doesn't happen. But I'm glad it is South Carolina. I'm glad it's our university and our board that no no matter what, we look good. Like we look good. Like, you know, it'll be plastered all over the place, and I've got hundreds of text messages. But I'm glad I'm the person that is able to handle it, because I really truly don't care about the money. I do care about the principle of it. Don't care about the money. It's the right thing to do though.
Thanks, guys.